Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a video on growing up gay. I don't know, I was just thinking about like my experience as a gay person. And I thought I would just share with you guys like my personal experiences. Also I'm going to talk about other people's experiences that I have in my life that are also gay. It's really, I don't know, it's interesting how like someone's kind of life can be, you know, so different to someone else's, and they have so many different experiences growing up with their sexuality. And some people are blessed and have all the love, and some people unfortunately are not as lucky. And yeah, so a little bit about me as a kid. So from my earliest memories, I've always been super gay. Like, I don't know, I had all the girls' toys. So I had like the Bratz, the Barbies, Polly Pockets. When I was young, I used to always want to be like, I don't know, a girl. When we were playing like, I don't know, mums and dads and stuff, I always wanted to be like the mum. Or like, I don't know, just like, I was always just super into like the girly characters, my siblings would watch Dragon Ball Z and I always wanted to be like the girl android, or like I really related to like, the feminine villain, or, I was just always drawn to like more of a feminine side. And yeah, I feel like I just kind of, just from my earliest memory, I'm like, I've always been super gay. And I've been really lucky in a sense because I feel like I didn't really ever need to come out of the closet. Like, I don't think anyone in my family ever suspected I was straight. Like, like, if I came out as straight, they'd be shocked. Not the other way around. I mean, there was that chat. There was that moment where I was like, oh, I'm gay. And like, my family were kind of like, yeah, we know. My dad, for example, like, he always like said, Jamie, if one day you say like, Dad, I'm gay, like, that's cool. And the day that I actually finally did tell him, his reaction was, bottoms up, son. So like, his sense of humor has always been like crazy off the chain, and he's always been like the most accepting dad ever. Those conversations really, really helped me get a better idea of who I was as I got older. So yeah, props to my dad for being like super open at such, a young age, just seeing the signs, seeing the femininity, and being okay with it, and being, cool enough just to have those kind of conversations with me. Also like my siblings, always like, I think you're gay, and I'm like, I'm not, but I knew I was, you know what I mean? It really helped. I feel like some people, they live their lives in the closet, and that breaks my heart. Do you know what I mean? Like, that honestly makes me feel so sad that some people, they never get to really live their full potential. And, I'm just wondering, is it because of, stigmas? Is it because of opinions of others? Is it because of, toxic masculinity? Is it because of other people's fear? It's sad. And like, I don't want to say we're not moving in the right direction. I mean, look around. Like, there's so many gay people now. Like, growing up in the 90s, there wasn't much gay representation in like the media. The gays were always like, the gays. And like, it was always like, oh, there's the gay guy in the scene. There was those weird gay characters that would pop into a scene and be like, hey, you know what I mean? But like, there wasn't like any like, super gay movie stars, or like, you know what I mean? Like, I want to say that like, there wasn't many gay people. I came out quite early. I was like one of the only openly gay people in my school, which is crazy because, my younger sister's like, there's so many gays. I feel like I was like, I don't know, like literally one of the only gay people in my entire school. Yeah, I didn't really have like a bad experience. Like, I've experienced homophobia in the past, but I haven't had like, being young and, being intensely like bullied. or anything like that. Like I never really had that experience. There was like another gay guy in my school who experienced a fair bit of homophobia. But yeah, no, I was very blessed. I feel like I was kind of well received. People kind of just like knew where they stood with me. And I feel like it's like a mindset. Like I was really confident. Like I was just like, yeah, I'm gay. You know what I mean? Like, and like people were just like, oh, okay. Like, whereas like people that were gay and like, you know, they were like, oh my god, I'm gay, and like were scared, they would be targeted. But if, you know, I was just always just like, and what? You know what I mean? So like that was kind of like, I don't know if that got me through it, and that's why I didn't really have much negative attention. But yeah, I kind of just like breezed through my younger years just being super like proud, and I didn't experience much hate. But, you know, it happens. It did happen to like a fair few people that I know. You know, some people I know have been bashed in school, or like some people I know have been, you know, targeted for bullying. And like it's intense. Like it was almost like I felt like I was like the only one. And I don't know if many people, you know, who are, you know, 90s babies, like early 90s babies, were kind of like the same. It was pretty intense, like just being like, oh my god, I'm like representing a really small part of, you know, the community. And I'm sure there was like multiple closet cases. But like, you know, it was really intense just walking around being super proud and just knowing people are looking at you. But yeah, I'm happy to see where we are today. It's really cool to know that like, you know, there's so many like openly gay kids in school now that are just like, you know what, I'm gay, you know, there's huge groups. I love it. It's so cool to see like the difference in, you know, in the generation. So yeah, there's like the flip side of the argument. You know, I had a really good upbringing when it came to like being gay. Like my, you know, my dad, my mom, my siblings all supported me. They backed me, you know, they helped me through like, you know, my teens, and like, you know, I had a very strong, you know, family and friends. But you know, some people aren't as lucky. Like I've heard of you know, certain people who I know are gay are not out, you know, completely to like everyone that they know, which is like really crazy to me, because like I live my life so authentically, you know what I mean? So like I'm always 100% myself. So like when I see like some of my friends and stuff that are like, you know, they're straight acting to certain people, and then they're like, you know, themselves around like people who they can trust, that is so fucking heartbreaking to me. Like, like they're scared of rejection from their family. They're scared of rejection from, you know, mostly like the masculine figures in their life, which is like, I don't know, it hurts my heart so much to think that like, you know, they're always gonna live a slight lie. Like they're always gonna go to these like family functions or like these, you know, these group things and be like, oh, I can't be gay. You know what I mean? How crazy is that? So yeah, that's, to me, one of the saddest things ever is when I hear people that have, you know, stories where they just are like, oh, I can't come out. I will never come out to my dad. I'll never come out to, you know, my brothers, or like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh, wow, that is so bizarre to me. And like, I wanted to say like, ever since I was a kid, there's always been the characteristics. Like I'd be going through drive-through and being like, Dad, I want the girl's toy. And like, you know, always like doing fancy dress-ups and like, you know, playing dolls with my sister. These like things, like these like characteristics get suppressed by like toxic people, toxic parents, toxic family members, where they see that femininity or they see that masculinity in girls, and they like try to control it. And that is so damaging to someone. They then, you know, that's in their minds, and that continues on into their adulthood. And it's so messed up. Like, your idea of how your child should be is now implanted in their head as an adult. So every decision they make is calculated. It like literally like it boils my blood. You know what I mean? Like, it really just makes me mad. And it's getting better, but I'm sure it definitely still happens. Like, God. You know, we're really, really lucky to be in Australia, you know. We're lucky to be in a place where it's super accepted. You know, not too long ago we weren't allowed to be married in our country. There's still a lot of different countries where you're not allowed to be married. You know, there's a lot of countries where you're not allowed to just be gay. You know what I mean? People get killed for just being who they are. And, it's crazy. It's crazy to me that, like, just me being me can possibly, like, be someone's, like, death sentence. Like, let that sink in. And for anyone out there that's like, oh, do you have to be, like, so proud to be gay? Do you have to do these Mardi Gras events? Do you have to do gay pride? Yes, we do have to do this. And the reason why we do it is we're fighting still. Like, you can't just be like, oh, okay, we get it, you're gay. Well, guess what? A lot of people don't get it. A lot of people around the world are still getting treated like scum. A lot of people around the world are still being, like, you know, outcasted, killed. So until that is completely equal, we are still fighting for equality. And we will do gay pride. And you can shut up. We've come so far, you know. So many kids are coming out super young. Like, I came out in, like, year 7 or year 8, which was crazy for back then. But, you know, kids are coming out super young, and, like, you know, sexuality is so fluid now, and it's so, you know, accepted. And I'm loving it. You know, there's so much gay representation in the media. However, I do want to point out, there's not much lesbian representation in television. I don't know, am I the only one that thinks that? Like, there's always, like, the gay guy or the gay friend or, like, you know, those characters. But where are the lesbians at? Like, come on, scriptwriters. Let's get some lesbians on screen, yeah? But yeah, I think that it's amazing how far we've come from, like, you know, when I was just starting high school to, like, now. It's a whole world of difference. You know, you've got your gay movie stars, like, you've got your Colton Haynes and, like, what have you. You've got, like, the Olympians, like Gus Kensworthy, Tom Daley. Like, there's just so many gay representations out there, and I love it. And yeah, it's really nice to see. You know, if you do see, like, gay tendencies in your kid or your nephew or, like, you know, your niece or whatever, like, embrace it. Don't ever be, like, trying to persuade them to be different, because I've never not been gay. Like, from my earliest memories, I've always been feminine. I've always had the characteristics of a gay person. And if you want to push that away in someone being who they are, you're a monster. Okay? So, yeah. Just embrace people. Do not tear down their characteristics, and just love everyone. It's so simple. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next video. If you like this video, give it a like. There's a subscribe button below, and if you want to be notified, there's a bell button as well. It lets you know when I release a video. Oh look, it's the only pussy I'll ever love. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!